Hi, I'm coming to you now to talk about On Guard. So On Guard is called the Protective Blend, and it smells a lot like Christmas to me. I really love it. It's cinnamony and clovey and wild orange is in there, and it smells really nice. So I want to tell you a couple of the ways that I like to use On Guard. The first is real simple. I like to roll it on the bottom of my kids' feet before school. So I like to do that just to give them a little bit of a boost when they're going to school. You know, there's lots of yuck at, especially my kids are in kindy here in New Zealand, daycare for the Americans listening. Well, really it's not daycare, it's preschool, so it's 3 days a week. But anyway, so I roll some of this on the bottom of their feet just to give them an extra boost. But today I'll show you another way I like to use it. So you just get a bowl, a little bit of water in it, so you don't need very much. Put in a couple of drops of On Guard. So as you know, a lot of our oils are approved for food flavoring, and that means you can use them to drink in water, you can use them when you're cooking. So On Guard's actually in the winter really nice in just a warm glass of water. So like boil your water in your kettle, put it in your cup, let it just sit a minute because you don't want the oils to get super hot. And then put a couple of drops, maybe one actually, in a coffee cup of On Guard in, and it tastes like a cinnamon tea, and it's really nice and just calming in the winter. So anyway, back to this. So we've got some water, we've got 2 drops of On Guard in there. It doesn't really matter if it's 1, 2, 3. And then I'm adding apples. Whoops, that one still has the sticker on it. So 2 things. One, if you can't find organic produce, so organic produce is really hard for me to find where I live now, so that's disappointing, but I can find organic apples, thankfully, which this one is. You get like one choice of an organic apple, so if you want anything different, you're stuck with conventional. But anyway, you can wash your conventional produce in On Guard and or lemon, and then rinse it off, and that is just a really good way, rather than buying those cleaners that you use to get the pesticides off, just use water and some On Guard and lemon. But that's not what I'm doing right now, so I've just put those apples in there with the water. I'm just mixing them around. And then all you do is you take it out and you eat it. So you've got, it's like apple cinnamon without any sugar. So the apples, especially if you leave them to soak a little bit, will taste a lot like cinnamon and sugar apples. So I don't know if that's even a New Zealand thing, but in America sometimes we like to toss apples in cinnamon and sugar. And so they're super nice. So I can do that for myself. The kids, the boys are not really keen on Guard yet. They're awfully little, but Laura can have those. So that's the one way to use them that I really like. And then the way I use On Guard the most, my trusty glass spray bottle again, is in my all-purpose cleaner. So a lot of you know that I am not Miss DIY, and I don't want to have like 500 things for everything I'm doing. So I literally only use this cleaner for the whole house. So Ian uses the lemon for the windows, and I use this for everything else. So in here, I've got about 20 drops of On Guard. I actually have a little bit of lemon, probably about 10 drops, just to make it a nice smell, and also just to cut through any grease on the bench top a little bit better than On Guard can. I've got a little bit of vinegar, and the rest is just water. And you just shake it up and you spray it. I like to leave it on my counters for a little bit just to let it do its thing. So shake it up, spray it, and wipe it down, and you're done. I actually use this to clean our toilets, our sinks. When I was doing a video about lemon, I told you could use lemon on mirrors, but I don't. I actually use this. I use this for dusting pretty much everything. So, you know, I talked about not using lemon on plastic. I use this on plastic, but I don't leave it sitting. So I use this to clean my inside of my refrigerator, which has glass shelves, but the plastic shelves on the side. It's fine to spray it and wipe it off. Just don't let it sit there for days. So that is how I use On Guard in my house. You should definitely give this cleaner a try. It works for everything, and it smells so good, and it's so cheap compared to buying cleaners, and no toxins in your house. So If you're going to make one switch, this is what I would recommend.